It certainly seems to me that the party of Reagan is really becoming the party of Putin. I've been getting comments lately from people who still seem to think that Russia didn't interfere in the 2016 presidential election. Well, they definitely did, and they did it to help Trump win. This was the conclusion of the Mueller Report and the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee. The Mueller Report found ample evidence of Russian election interference. They wrote that the Russian government interfered in the 2016 presidential election in sweeping and systematic fashion. The illegal interference was welcomed by the Trump campaign. In a nutshell, the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee found that the Russian government disrupted an American election to help Trump become president. Russian intelligence services viewed members of the Trump campaign as easily manipulated. Surprising, right? And some of the Trump advisors were more than eager to get help from an American adversary. So, Russia definitely interfered to help Trump win in 2016. The consensus is that they're continuing their interference efforts today. I would definitely have to think, wouldn't you, that the Russians are welcoming of the current lack of support for Ukraine by many Republicans. It's a pretty big coincidence, isn't it? Just like it's a coincidence that recently the Republican House Intelligence Committee Chair Mike Turner said Russian propaganda has absolutely seeped its way into Congress, adding that some of his colleagues have repeated false claims made by the Russians on the Congress floor. At the same time, fairly recently, Republican House Foreign Affairs Chair Michael McCaul said that the Russian propaganda has infected a good chunk of the GOP base. Now, keep in mind, this is Republicans talking about how Russia is manipulating their own party. It certainly seems to me that to defeat the United States, Russia doesn't need to face off against its military. They could just attack America's biggest weakness, which is the Republicans.